Hi guys, hope you're all doing well and welcome to a bit of childhood nostalgia with Lynsey. I have been having a clear out in my bedroom over the past few days, and when I say clear out, I really mean that I am addressing all of the drawers and cupboards and boxes that I have been avoiding dealing with for, coming on years now. And I decided just over the past couple of weeks that enough was enough, and I had to get through a lot of the stuff that was taking up room that I don't need anymore, because I'm a hoarder and I don't want to give things away, but enough is enough. So I have been going through a lot of old boxes and things I have had packed away in drawers and in cupboards and stuff that should have been gone through a long time ago. But in the process of doing that, I have found some classic childhood nostalgia that I thought that might be fun to share with you guys, because I'm sure that some of you who are in the same age bracket as me will recognise a lot of this stuff from your youth too. So I actually found this first lot of stuff a while ago, probably about 3 or 4 months ago, and I put it on Instagram because it was just such a joy to find it. This is my old Spice Girls, Spice World photo album from back in the day, from the 90s, from my childhood, when I was completely and utterly Spice Girls obsessed. So basically in here you have, in the inside cover, there's all of the photos that you could collect, and you got them in like an envelope, like a photo envelope back when we used to, get printed photos, and you got like 6 in a pack or something like that. I can't even remember how many, but then you basically just filled in this photo album. Photos of them as children, and then like photos from tour, and you got ones like this that were like postcard style. So yeah, I was a complete and utter like Spice Girls obsessed person. There was one Christmas where everything that I got was Spice Girls related. I got a Spice Girls beanbag, I got the Spice Girls movie on video, I got the album, I got Spice Girls chocolate, a Spice Girls t-shirt. I mean, I was all about the girl power. And nothing has changed in that respect. But yeah, like, it's really nuts to look through these and kind of see that these were, I don't know, do they do this now? Do the youngins these days get photo albums to collect? Probably not. They have, all of their favourite bands on Twitter, They don't need to... Oh, I always really liked this one. Jerry was my favourite, and I felt like she just looked so cool in this particular photo. But yeah, it was one of these things where like you ended up getting doublers quite a lot, because obviously you were like buying the packs to kind of collect the whole lot of them, and so you'd end up like getting doublers that you could like swap with your friends. Speaking of swapping with your friends, I also found these Pokemon cards, which I have in this weird folder thing for some strange reason. I don't know why I've got them kept in here, but this is them all laid out nicely. I think I had them in like a folder, but again, like, if you got doublers, you could swap them with your pals. I don't know if any of these are significant cards or not. They're probably not. I didn't really collect them as much as my brother collected them, and then I got kind of the leftover ones from what he collected because I wasn't really that bothered. Squirtle was my favourite, and I have the Squirtle card there. Ball picks up there. I loved these, as I say, I wasn't as kind of hardcore obsessed as my brother was, but I did really enjoy kind of building up my own little collection while he was doing it. And in a similar vein, I moved on from the Spice Girls. Well, I was still obsessed with the Spice Girls, but I moved on from the Spice Girls to my next musical obsession, which was Steps. Now this is the same scenario again. This is a Steps photo album. Well, this one isn't specifically. I think I just got this one and then evidently put Steps stickers all over the front of it to make it my Steps photo album. But this one's totally full. I think I managed to get all of them. I missed a few of the Spice Girls ones, much to my eternal sorrow, but what can you do? But yeah, with the Steps ones, I think that I got pretty much all of them. And again, it was kind of the system of, you got some that were like the whole band and some that were just like individual pictures. So here's one of Faye looking very beautiful on tour at one point. Oh, that's just so scary. That's someone's 21st birthday. I assume maybe H. God, I feel so old. And do you know what the really weird thing about this is that, see, when you're looking through this, like, it actually doesn't feel like all that long. Here's Lisa in her wedding dress from the Tragedy video. But like, it actually doesn't feel like all that long since I was going to Steps concerts, and I was listening to, like, obsessing over Steps and S Club 7 and singing One for Sorrow with my pals at, school discos and stuff. Like, it's just so odd. It doesn't feel like it's been like 20 years or something like that since since these were, you know, my favourite bands. It's really strange actually, and kind of looking at these things now and seeing, you know, the fact that Steps are back for their 20-year anniversary, and I'm like, what is happening? How am I at the age where my favourite bands from childhood are having 20-year anniversaries? Like, when did that happen? So those are the photo albums. Those were quite fun. I enjoyed those. Next thing that I found were these Sabrina the Teenage Witch novels. Because I just couldn't get enough of Sabrina. The TV show, you know, just clearly wasn't enough. And I had to have the books as well. So this one's called Now You See Her, Now You Don't, by Diana G. Gallagher. And this one is called Scarabian Nights by Nancy Holder. And yeah, they were basically just like a series of, like, they're not that long. How many pages? 161 page novel based on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And this one is Salem destined to become a mummy? Couldn't tell you if he was or not. I can't really remember what happened in this book, but I had a few of these. I'm getting rid of these ones. If anyone wants these actually, do you want to like comment below if for whatever reason you would want a Sabrina the Teenage Witch childhood novel? I'm getting rid of these ones because I've kept a couple upstairs. I think I had about 4 or 5, and I can't really remember much about these two, so I'm getting rid of them just in amongst a big pile of boxes that I'm going to donate to a charity shop. Now we're getting on to the good stuff. I was going through various folders and stuff. I found this folder, which was clearly something that I had kept. I kept a lot of posters in here, and this was shoved in a box full of like childhood memorabilia. This is a Spice Girls folder. Once again, probably from that Christmas where everything that I got was Spice Girls related. But this is just one of these kind of like stretchy band things that you can keep files and stuff in. But what I had in there were these posters cut out from Smash Hits magazine. So here's one of Billie Piper back in the day. Here's one of Steps. I imagine that's probably why I kept this one, because of the Steps poster. This one is Venga Boys. Loved a bit of Venga Boys back in the day. Oh, here's what was going on in the soaps back then. Home and Away. Still in shock, Vinny goes to hospital to have surgery on his cancer. Oh, cheerful. The surgery goes well, but Vinny is scared and depressed, snapping at his mates. For Chloe and James, meanwhile, the honeymoon is over. Oh, Dawson's Creek even gets like a mention back at this point. Yeah, Friends. Big like reference to Friends here. EastEnders. Sonia's worried about Dan's proposal to her mum, but she should be more concerned about the proposals Dan is making to Bianca. There's a blast from the past when Sam turns up at the Queen Vic, but is it just a flying visit? So yeah, next one we have Aqua. Oh, Aqua were one of my childhood faves. I've got both their albums. I'm not gonna lie, I still listen to them occasionally. A1. Remember them? Oh, and here's a picture of John from Ace Club 7 on the back of that. Loved it. Oh, there's a theme here. Here is Hannah, Hannah Spirit from Ace Club, and Mark from Westlife. Who else is on the back of this? 911. Here we are. Oh, the joys. Oh, here is Lisa from Steps dressed up as a Star Wars character. As you do. All of Ace Club 7 who were like, I went from Spice Girls to Steps to Ace Club 7 in a sort of linear fashion. They were the faves. Yeah, here's Tina. And who's, the whole gang. The whole gang's all here. With a picture of Keane from Westlife on the back. But those were the posters that I found. I found this. I can't explain this. I think it's literally just cutouts of things from magazines that obviously I was obsessing over at the time. It's mainly Steps themed, but here we go. I don't know what I was planning to do with this, but we have H from Steps looking quite worried. Sabrina, Steps, Rachel from Ace Club 7, it's folded over a little bit there. A little bit of Bewitched, loved them. Lena Marilyn, still a fan. Venga Boys, more Ace Club, Jerry Halliwell, more Steps. Yeah, so this was, I don't know if I had this on my wall or if I made it with one of my friends at, you know, a sleepover or something. Don't really know what's going on. Oh, there's Christina, a very young Christina Aguilera. From back in my youth. Now, I don't know exactly where I got this or what this was part of, but this is a Spice Girls Jerry card where it has all of her details on it. Now again, I wonder if children these days get things like this or if it's all done on their phones. Best advice, follow your gut instinct. Very good advice. What is girl power? Projecting a positive attitude and energy, believing in yourself and supporting each other. That's girl power and it works for me. Love, Jerry. Very good advice, I would say, actually, for young girls. I worry these days, Emma and I talk about this quite regularly, that I don't think that there's really a like Spice Girls equivalent for like primary school aged girls these days, and I wish that there was, because they meant a lot to me in my childhood and I feel like they did have a good message at the time. So again, in Spice Girls vein of things, I have the only official Spice Girls magazine, Spice, which was has a big thing about winning a VIP trip to her concert in New York in the front, which sadly I didn't win. But yeah, this has got 3 giant posters in it. Oh, they've got an A to Z of some of the stars that they've met in their time. Who on earth are these people? Pierce Brosnan, Gary Barlow, Prince Harry looking like an actual child. Oh god, look at him, he's so young. How young would he have been back then? This was in, I don't think there's a date anywhere. Oh, here's what H&M was doing back then. Oh, there's Kate Winslet. For some reason, like, Dawn French answers their questions. Anyway, so that was the Spice Girls one. But this is one of my favourite things that I found in my going through stuff. Now, I actually remember deciding to keep this next one. I remember at the time thinking, this is something that in the future I will be glad that I held on to, which sounds utterly ridiculous, but I actually am really glad that I held on to this. This is from January 22nd, 2002, it costs £1.90, and it is the edition of Smash Hits with Britney and Justin, We're So In Love, on the front cover. Like, what an absolute throwback. Like, so much has happened since then. He's married Jessica Biel and they've got a kid and she's got 2 children. She's been through so much. And this was back at the time where it was like they were planning to get married, where it says, our wedding plans, wanting babies, and that virginity pledge. Which is just like kind of nuts that I still have this, but I'm really glad that I kept a hold of it because it's just so insane to look through and be like, this was 14, 15 years ago. What even? But yeah, here's some pictures of Atomic Kitten and Liberty X. Oh, or Liberty they were at the time, they hadn't actually changed their name just yet. So number 1 at that point was Robbie Williams and Nicole Kidman, Something Stupid. Number 2 was Sophie Ellis-Bextor with Murder on the Dance Floor, and number 3 was Daniel Bedingfield with Gotta Get Through This. Stereophonics, S Club 7, PPK, Samantha Mumba, Kate Winslet. Remember when Kate Winslet had a single? This was so much fun. Anyway, it's got really dark now and I didn't bother setting up my lights because I was just planning to film a really quick video. So yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed that very bizarre, random sort of mishmash of things, but I just thought it was quite fun and thought that it might be fun to show you, and as I say, I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below if you were like a Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Spice Girls fan in your youth, and if you've held on to any of that kind of childhood memorabilia. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope that you're having a great day and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye!